Hey, I'm Lynne Imhof. Welcome to Your Best Relationship Starts With You. This channel is for women over 50 who want real love, but are willing to start with themselves. Because this isn't about chasing love or playing games or trying to fix men or having the perfect dating profile. It's about doing the inner work that actually changes your love life. Self-leadership, radical responsibility, clarity, boundaries, confidence, and so much more. And I know that might not be what you want to hear, and it definitely doesn't sound as sexy as giving you dating tips, although I promise I will do that too. But if you really, really want to find the man of your dreams and have the best relationship of your life, you have to start with yourself. So before we go on, I just want to share a little bit about why I do this work and a little bit about me. So first, I'm incredibly grateful for the life I have today. I married my best friend Hugh in September of 2022, just a few years ago. And one of the highlights of our wedding was my 3 adult children singing a song that I had hired somebody to write for him. Watching him be so surprised and seeing his face and seeing my kids genuinely happy for me still makes me emotional. And if you had told me 5 years earlier that I'd be happily married and that my kids would actually like the guy, I probably would have laughed my ass off because getting here was not easy. I got divorced over 20 years ago when my kids were 14, 9, and 4. 3 kids, 3 different schools, working full time, a side business, and just trying to get to the end of the day. Dating wasn't even on my radar until my oldest asked me one day, about 6 years after I got divorced, if I was ever going to go on a date. And honestly, I hadn't even thought about it. But I jumped into the world of online dating, and boy, that was an experience. Endless profiles with absolutely no effort, obnoxious pictures on my phone with my youngest standing next to me, second and third dates where I wondered why I even got out of bed and was even sitting there. 2 long-term relationships I knew weren't right, but I stayed in anyway. I told myself all the stories. I had 3 kids. I had already been married twice. I was overweight, busy, tired. Nobody was going to want me. I truly believed that I was asking too much and I might never meet the right person. My confidence was chipped away. I was ghosted after a 3-year relationship. Yes, I said 3 years, not 3 months. That was my breaking point. Not because it ended, since I already knew it wasn't the right relationship, but because I finally was admitting to myself the truth. I was settling. I was compromising my integrity. I was making excuses and accepting behavior that didn't work for me. And that's when I finally said enough. I realized that if I wanted a different relationship, I had to be different and I had to choose differently. And that meant choosing myself. I went to therapy. I did some really deep personal development work. I learned self trust and boundaries and how to stop ignoring red flags. And that's what I mean by doing the inner work, getting really real with yourself. And I got to a place where I knew that I would be okay, even if I never met somebody. And that, my friends, changed everything. And it's also when love showed up. Doing the work was hard. I am not going to lie. I mean, who really wants to look at themselves and own their shit? But it was worth every second. And my husband and I both say that if we had met even 6 months before, neither one of us would have been ready to have the kind of relationship that we are having now. And that's because he was in work, doing work at the same time I was. So if you're here, if you're tired of settling and repeating patterns and wondering if love is still possible, I totally get it. And I'm here to share with you what I wish somebody would have told me years and years and years ago, because your best relationship really does start with you. So if that resonates, I want you to click on the subscribe button below and let's do this work together.